Heath Ledger punches a paparazzi photographer. The photo that triggered him changes everything. September 3rd, 2007. Brooklyn Heights, New York. Heath is walking with 2-year-old Matilda when a camera flash blinds them both. What the photographer captures makes Heath lose control completely. The morning starts peacefully. Heath has custody of Matilda for the weekend. They're heading to Brooklyn Bridge Park for a father-daughter day. Heath carries Matilda on his shoulders. She giggles as they walk down Remsen Street. No bodyguards, no security, just a dad and his little girl. But photographer Vincent Reeves has been following them for 3 blocks. Reeves works for Celebrity Stalker magazine, specializes in candid family moments of famous parents. His photos sell for thousands. Heath notices the photographer at the corner of Remsen and Henry Streets. "Please, not today." Heath calls out to Reeves. "I'm with my daughter." Reeves ignores him, raises his telephoto lens. Heath tries to shield Matilda's face with his hand, turns away from the camera. But Reeves moves closer, wants the perfect shot. "Just a few pictures, Heath." Reeves shouts, "Smile for daddy-daughter time." Heath feels Matilda tense up on his shoulders. She doesn't understand what's happening, but she senses her father's stress. "Daddy, why is that man taking pictures?" Matilda asks in her tiny voice. "Just ignore him, sweetheart," Heath whispers. "We're going to the park." But Reeves won't stop following them. At the park entrance, Heath sets Matilda down, tries to create distance between them and the photographer. Matilda runs toward the playground. Heath follows protectively. That's when Reeves makes his crucial mistake. Instead of photographing Heath, Reeves focuses his lens entirely on Matilda. Alone, playing on the swings. Click, click, click. Heath hears the camera shutter from 20 feet away. "Stop photographing my daughter," Heath shouts, running toward Reeves. "It's a public park." Reeves shouts back, "I have every right." Heath reaches Reeves in seconds. "Delete those photos now." "I'm not deleting anything," Reeves replies. "These pictures are worth 20 grand. But what Reeves says next makes Heath's blood boil. "Your daughter's going to be famous whether you like it or not. Might as well start now." Heath feels something snap inside his mind. "She's 2 years old," Heath says, his voice dangerously quiet, "and she's going to sell magazines." Reeves responds with a smirk. Heath grabs for the camera. Reeves pulls it away. In the struggle, the camera's strap breaks. "You just cost me $5,000. Reeves screams. "Good," Heath replies. "Stay away from my daughter." Reeves picks up his damaged camera, checks if it still works. "You're going to pay for this, Ledger," Reeves threatens. "I'm calling my lawyer." But Reeves makes one final, fatal mistake. He points the broken camera at Matilda again, takes one more shot. Heath sees red. Without thinking, Heath's fist connects with Reeves' jaw. The photographer goes down hard on the park's concrete. Matilda starts crying at the sound of the impact. "Daddy!" she screams, running toward Heath. Heath immediately regrets hitting Reeves, but his protective instinct overrode everything else. "Are you okay, baby?" Heath asks, picking up Matilda. "Daddy's sorry you saw that." Reeves lies on the ground, holding his jaw. Blood trickles from his split lip. "I'm calling the police," Reeves shouts. "You assaulted me." Other park visitors have noticed the commotion. Some recognize Heath. Others start filming with their phones. "Someone call 911, a woman yells. Heath realizes the situation is spiraling out of control. "Matilda, we need to go home now," Heath tells his daughter gently. But before they can leave, two NYPD officers arrive at the scene. "What's the problem here?" Officer Martinez asks. Reeves points at Heath dramatically. "Heath Ledger assaulted me. I was just taking pictures in a public place." Heath stays calm, explains his side of the story. "This man was stalking my 2-year-old daughter, taking inappropriate photos. I asked him to stop multiple times." Officer Martinez looks at Matilda, who's clinging to Heath's neck. "Sir, do you have permission from the child's guardian to photograph her?" "I don't need permission in a public park," Reeves insists. "Actually, you do when it comes to minors," Martinez explains. Reeves realizes his legal position is weaker than he thought, but he still presses charges against Heath for assault. "I want him arrested," Reeves demands. "He attacked me unprovoked." Officer Martinez takes statements from witnesses. Most support Heath's version of events. The photographer was being very aggressive. One witness confirms. "Following them around the park, a mother of 2 steps forward. I saw the whole thing. That man was harassing a little girl." Any parent would have reacted the same way. Another witness, retired teacher Margaret Collins, provides crucial testimony. The photographer specifically targeted the child when the father wasn't looking. It was predatory behavior. Officer Martinez reviews the testimonies carefully. "Mr. Reeves, based on witness statements, you were engaging in harassment of a minor. Mr. Ledger, while I understand your protective instinct, assault is still illegal." Heath is issued a citation for 3rd-degree assault, but he's not arrested. "You'll need to appear in court," Martinez tells Heath. "But you can go home with your daughter." The incident makes headlines within hours. Heath Ledger attacks photographer, appears on gossip websites. But the public response surprises everyone. Social media erupts in support of Heath. Any father would have done the same, becomes a trending hashtag within minutes. Celebrity parents immediately voice support. Brad Pitt tweets, "Protecting our children isn't optional, it's our duty." Angelina Jolie adds, "Heath did what any loving parent would do. The real crime is stalking children for profit." Child advocacy groups praise Heath for defending his daughter's privacy. Celebrity children deserve protection from predatory photographers. But Reeves isn't finished with his revenge. 3 days later, he sells the photos to Celebrity Stalker magazine anyway. The magazine's cover features Matilda on the playground. Headline reads, "Heath's Little Princess, Exclusive Photos." Heath discovers the magazine at a newsstand. His hands shake as he sees his daughter's face on the cover. "They used her anyway," Heath tells his lawyer, Patricia Chen, during an emergency phone call. Chen immediately files an injunction in New York Superior Court. Publishing photos taken without parental consent violates New York privacy laws, Chen argues, especially when the photos were obtained through harassment. But Celebrity Stalker claims First Amendment protection. These photos were taken in a public place. Their lawyer, Marcus Webb, argues in court, "We have constitutional right to publish them." The magazine's editor, Sandra Mills, defends their decision publicly. Heath Ledger chose public life. His daughter is part of that package. The public has a right to see how celebrities live. The legal battle becomes a landmark case for celebrity children's privacy rights. Heath testifies emotionally about the impact on his family during the preliminary hearing. "My daughter asks me why strangers want to take her picture." Heath tells Judge Roberts, "She's afraid to go to parks now. She has nightmares about the flash going off." Michelle Williams provides supporting testimony about Matilda's changed behavior. She won't leave the apartment without asking if the cameraman will be there. A 2-year-old shouldn't live in fear. Dr. Sarah Chen, a child psychologist, testifies about the psychological impact. Children Matilda's age don't understand consent or privacy. This type of harassment can cause lasting trauma and anxiety disorders. The judge asks to review the original photos in his chambers. After examining them, Judge Roberts emerges visibly disturbed. These images show a child at play, completely unaware she's being photographed for commercial purposes. This represents a clear violation of privacy expectations. Heath's legal team presents evidence of Reeves' predatory pattern. Mr. Reeves has a history of stalking celebrity children, Chen argues. He's been banned from 3 schools and 2 playgrounds. Court documents reveal Reeves' previous targets, the children of Tom Cruise, Jennifer Garner, and Halle Berry. This isn't journalism, Chen continues. It's systematic exploitation of minors for profit. Celebrity stalkers' defense crumbles when witnesses describe Reeves' aggressive tactics. Playground supervisor Linda Martinez testifies he hid behind trees, followed children to bathrooms, took pictures through fence gaps. Parents were genuinely frightened. The judge rules decisively in Heath's favor. While adults choose public life, children cannot consent to media attention, Judge Roberts declares. Publishing these photos constitutes invasion of privacy and child exploitation. Celebrity stalker is forced to pay Heath $75,000 in damages. But more importantly, the case sets precedent for protecting celebrity children. The Heath Ledger ruling becomes standard reference in privacy law. Other celebrities immediately start citing the case when protecting their own children. Reeves eventually drops the assault charges against Heath. "I don't want this dragging on in court," Reeves admits to his lawyer. "The publicity is making me unemployable." But Heath's punch has lasting consequences beyond the legal system. The incident reveals Heath's fierce protectiveness as a father, his willingness to sacrifice his reputation for Matilda's well-being. Heath would fight anyone who threatened his daughter. Michelle Williams observes, "Fame meant nothing compared to protecting Matilda." Heath's friends rally around him after the incident. Jake Gyllenhaal visits the next day. "You did exactly what I would have done," he tells Heath. Christian Bale calls from London. "That photographer deserved worse than a punch. You showed restraint." The paparazzi incident also exposes the darker side of celebrity culture. "Photographers think celebrity children are fair game," says media ethics expert Dr. Johnson. Heath's reaction was completely justified. Entertainment industry leaders use the incident to push for reform. The Screen Actors Guild releases a statement. "Celebrity children deserve the same privacy protection as any other minors." New York passes stricter laws about photographing minors without parental consent. The Matilda Ledger law requires photographers to obtain written permission before taking commercial photos of celebrity children. Violation carries fines up to $50,000 and potential jail time. Heath frames the court ruling in Matilda's nursery. "When you're older, this will remind you that Daddy protected you," he tells her before bedtime. The photo that triggered Heath's punch is never published. Judge Roberts orders all copies destroyed as part of the settlement. "Some images are too invasive to exist," Roberts explains. Even in a digital age, Heath's reputation actually improves after the incident. Public polling shows 87% of parents support his actions. Heath Ledger became a hero to protective parents everywhere. Parenting magazine editor Lisa Chen observes, "The incident also changes how Heath approaches public life with Matilda. He hires professional security for family outings, plans private activities, avoids predictable public spaces." Heath learned that being a celebrity parent requires military-level planning, his assistant notes. Heath invests in a private playground at his Brooklyn home. Matilda needs space to be a normal kid, he tells contractors, away from cameras. But Heath refuses to hide Matilda from the world completely. She deserves a normal childhood, Heath tells friends. I'll just make sure she gets it safely. The punch becomes part of Heath Ledger's legacy, not as an actor, but as a father who put his child above his career. When Heath hit that photographer, he was saying some things are more important than fame, reflects Christian Bale. Vincent Reeves eventually leaves paparazzi photography entirely. After the Ledger incident, I realized I was stalking children for money, Reeves admits in a 2010 interview. It changed my perspective completely. Reeves becomes an advocate for child privacy rights. I was part of the problem, he says. Heath's punch woke me up to what I was really doing. Heath's one punch started a movement protecting celebrity children from invasive photography. Today, most reputable publications won't buy photos of celebrity children taken without parental consent. The Heath Ledger standard becomes industry practice. Major photo agencies create ethical guidelines specifically referencing the case. Heath never regretted hitting the photographer. I'd do it again tomorrow, he tells Michelle Williams privately. Nobody exploits my daughter. The incident proves Heath's greatest role wasn't any character he played on screen. It was being Matilda's protector in real life, a role he performed perfectly until the day he died. 3 months after the incident, Heath receives a letter from Reeves. I'm sorry for what I put your family through. You were right to protect your daughter. I hope someday Matilda understands how lucky she is to have a father like you. Heath keeps the letter in Matilda's baby book. Even people who make mistakes can learn to be better, he tells Michelle. The Brooklyn park where the incident occurred installs new signs. Commercial photography of minors requires parental consent. Parents start calling it Heath Ledger Park, unofficially. Heath's protective legacy lives on every time a parent stands up to invasive photographers. Heath showed us that some fights are worth having, concludes child advocacy lawyer Maria Santos.